We have with us Anjali Kapoor Puri, who's the founder of Anjali Foundation. Anjali, we welcome you to TVapex. What was the idea behind this show and collaboration, and tell us a bit about your foundation as well, please.
The idea behind this show was to generate funds for the girl child in India. We are starting with our 2 new programs for the Anjali Foundation. One is the Gayatri Education Program, which is for the education of girls who are unfortunate not to be able to afford education. And the other one is to take care of their nutrition, health and hygiene, because a lot of them suffer from bad health. So once you are not healthy, you cannot actually do anything, forget about studies or anything, or even survive.
Because we have the Ace artist, Ace Bhatti, with us. Ace, welcome to TVapex. What brings you here tonight?
Well, it's for the Anjali Foundation charity, and I think it just raises people's awareness, and I thought it would be a good thing to do, I hope.
Any interest in fashion and stuff?
I'm pretty clueless about fashion, if I'm honest. This is my first ever fashion show, so I'm just intrigued as to what will happen. And I was a bit nervous about what I was wearing because I thought I've got to be fashionable, but hey, you know, I'll be all right.
I'm here to support an amazing fashion designer who I'm a huge fan of and have been for a long time, Manish Malhotra. And more importantly, you know, here to support a fantastic cause.
What brings you here tonight? I mean, did you know about Anjali Foundation before?
Yeah, I'm here because I'm a woman and I'm Indian, and I am very aware, as most women and particularly Asian women are aware, of the gender inequality and the gender imbalance amongst our communities when it comes to girls and boys. So I'm here to raise money for causes that I am absolutely passionate about. One is education for young girls, and the second being health.
Viewers, who other than Adil Ray with us at TVapex. Adil, welcome to TVapex.
Thank you very much.
How's the feeling post Citizen Khan?
It feels great, you know. It's sometimes it doesn't feel like it's actually happened. It was such a dream, and for it to happen, and things happen so quickly, and we're already writing the 2nd series at the moment, so it's a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest, but it feels good.
I could never figure out, how did you manage to look that old?
Well, you know, it's a great makeup.
Double your age.
Yeah, well, yeah. But the makeup girls are fantastic. You know, I had an idea of how I wanted them to look, and it's 2 hours in makeup. We put a lot of, you know, sort of this kind of latex thing around my face, and
each time.
Yeah, and their hair dried into my face for about an hour, and then they glue the beard on, and you know, so it's a lot of work, and the makeup girls are just fantastic.
I'm wonderful. It's a wonderful atmosphere here, and for a great cause.
A lot of Asians and Indians and Pakistani.
I love that. Do you know what's really bizarre? Is I grew up with Asians. It's like my second culture. Culturally, we're like that. I'm at home here.
What brings you here tonight? Do you support the cause? Do you love fashion?
Absolutely, both. The Anjali Foundation is something that's close to my heart. And it's one of those things where, thank goodness, that someone is making the effort to look after women in the East.
I just think it's nice that when we have these big events, all the communities kind of come together. There's not one rule that, you know, if you're from this community, you can't come, or you're from that community, you can't come. It's just so nice to be all under one roof, and look at it, it's buzzing, it's so beautiful, everyone's dressed up nicely, and everyone's just, you know, happy, so it's nice. I'm here to support the foundation, really admire the work that it does in India, and I think over the past few months we've heard so much about women's rights in India. I think it's that kind, you know, you almost feel like this year more than any other year you want to support something like this. And of course, Manish Malhotra's first collection for the UK, first show in the UK, so really looking forward to seeing the fashion.
What was the motive behind organizing and sort of joining hands together to organize such a worthy, notable event?
Well, I'm one of the trustees for the Anjali Foundation. I believe very, very strongly in the female infanticide that's going on in India at the moment. In fact, we do a lot of work towards it. And I think this is a great opportunity not only to showcase worldwide, but also to raise funds for a very, very worthy cause.
I think it's great that London, particularly London, is inviting a designer from India to come over and talk about fashion and also support a charity which is so important for women. And women from India have always been very strong. I think they've been depicted very well in the media at times. However, we know that there's some unfortunate stories going on out there in India, and we don't get a lot of the spotlight thrown on that. So if this event can help to raise awareness and for people to, understand what the charity is about, and if Manish is kind enough to lend his fashion show to such a sort of special occasion, then we should all turn out. And it's a great excuse to get dressed up. How often do you get a chance to wear your sari?
Such an important charity, and I just wanted to come along and support, and and it's something I feel very strongly about. Just wanted to come here and sort of, support it.
The woman who runs it, she came onto my Asia Network show last week, and I found out all about the Anjali Foundation. Look, I'm very, very involved in a lot of these things because I'm an ambassador for the British Asian Trust, which helps out with a lot of South Asian charities up and down the South Asia, and this is important. It's important to come to these things and see it. I'm not the world's biggest Bollywood guy, so as far as Manish Malhotra is concerned, you can imagine I probably wouldn't look that great in some of his designs because they're not quite made for me.
Absolutely smart and looking gorgeous.
That's a beautiful thing for you to say. Thank you very much.
Different from last night, yeah.
Very different. I was on my hip hop thing last night. Very much on my hip hop thing. Tonight I'm on my kind of.
What TVapex loves as well. Neil, we wish you all the best and have a good evening.
Thank you, too.
Well, I've met Manish before. He's really talented, and it's really great to catch up with him and see his work in action in London. I think it's the first time he's showing here, so it's really cool to be here.
I have to personally thank all of you all here tonight for being here with all of us, going through the music, stopping the sound. I need to meet you after the show. The Bollywood music that we started with and all of that. Thank you so much for being here. Urmila is my dearest friend. We worked since Rangila together. And Pariniti is my new friend, this talented young actress. Thank you so much for all of us here tonight celebrating India, Indian fashion, and to the Anjali Foundation. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. So man gets the flowers first, huh? Thank you.
It's always wonderful to be in London, but it's even more special when it is for something like this, which is supporting a girl child. I think coming from privileged and wonderful parents, it doesn't know how bad and horrendous that is committed against this particular cause must be. But that's why I think you all should give your own selves a big round of applause for being a hero here, turning out in such great numbers today and supporting this cause. So there is for all of you.
Hello. Yes. First of all, good evening and thank you very much for being here. The biggest thanks to Manish. Like he said, he's my new friend. I'm very proud and honored to be part of his show. Also, a bigger thanks to the Anjali Foundation who made this night happen. It's a great cause. It's one that somebody as young as me supports, so it's definitely a big one. But thank you very, very, very much. Let's hear a loud cheer for this whole evening right now.
We have Pariniti Chopra with us, finally. Hello Pariniti, Assalamu alaikum, namaste. How are you feeling today, being in London?
I always feel great in London. It's my favorite city in the world. I studied in Manchester, but I always used to look forward.
Did you?
Yeah. You don't know that? That's terrible. No, I studied in
Manchester. Discover that time, by the way.
I did. I studied in Manchester for 3 years. But I always used to look forward to coming to London because for me, London is an amazing city. It's just the best. So now I'm working here. It's a great feeling.
What's your association with social causes? As we just saw that you here for Anjali Foundation, obviously doubly good for Manish Malhotra's collection as well. What do you have to say?
Well, tonight in particular, I was here for the Anjali Foundation and the Manish Malhotra show. However, back in India, I am associated with Save the Children. I'm associated with Mijwa, which is again Manish Malhotra and Shabana Azmi. So, I mean, two causes that I've always believed in are the girl child and malnutrition. So, I will do everything that I can to support it.
That's quite good, being a young person and then getting into all this social stuff already.
Of course, why not?
What are we looking up to with regards to your films and projects coming up?
Well, 3 of my films are already announced. I'm doing my next film with Yash Raj Films, which is directed by Manish Sharma, who also made my debut film, Ladies vs. Ricky Bell, and Band Baja Barat.
We loved you in that.
Thank you. Then the second film is Dharma Productions and a Phantom Productions. That one I've signed. And then Shad Ali, who directed Bunty Aur Bubbly, Satya, Jhoom Barabar Jhoom. His next film I'm doing. Which
Look forward to that one, actually.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that one. I think you'll see me in a new avatar, like they say. Yeah, so it'll be exciting.
Well, thank you very much, Pariniti. TVapex wishes you all the best.
Thank you very much. Wish you all the best too.
Finally, we've got the IT designer, Manish Malhotra, with us at TVapex. Manish, I'm lost for words because you've said so much already to our colleagues in media. How are you feeling in London? And welcome to you to TVapex.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being patient. It's been a hectic day. But yes, the snowflakes and the cold winter in London is something I adore. And doing a fashion show in one of my favorite cities feels really good. That too when it's for a cause. Someday I hope to open my own flagship store here so that I don't have to take the clothes back. I have to just keep them here for people to come and feel them, look at them, buy them, all of that. So, but it feels good.
Manish, we've heard it was your first catwalk in London. Obviously, you've displayed your work in Selfridges years ago, about 10 years ago, we heard.
That's right.
How was the feeling?
It feels good because my journey started as a costume designer. It's been 23 years of costume designing, and I'm busy with a lot of movies. My own label is about 7.5 years old. And so my own label, owned by me, created by me, cultivated by me, out there, and I'm here in my favorite city. It makes me feel really good.
Manish, obviously you do film costumes, and obviously you come as a costume designer. Do you want to share with our audience and viewers, how do you deviate from the characterization when you do clothes to sort of modify them for the ramp and catwalk, if you know what I mean?
I think what we do for the ramp is a complete keeping in mind a buyer, something that you want to make. Off lately for me, it's been very important that I show some kind of craft, whether it's Zardozi work, whether it is Kashmiri embroidery, whether it is the chicken curry from Mishwa, a small village in UP in India. And so it's something, the colors that you saw today, a lot of pink, a lot of orange, coral, are all specially dyed by me. It's very inspired by 60s. I used to love the films of 60s and love the colors that the actresses wore. And so I think it's all what you want to show. And my clothes are Indian primarily. People love to wear them at occasions, so that's what it is. So that's what I keep in mind when I'm making the collection. And that's become my stamp also, because that's the kind of collection I love to make, So it's more of an expression of what you're feeling or what you want to do in your genre. It's not that I'm suddenly making a cat suit or a diving suit. So it's in that genre that what I like to do. While it's in a movie, it's very character based. So Katrina Kaif is a London girl in Jab Tak Hai Jaan, so she would dress up like girls in London.
I was about to come to that actually.
Yeah, I read your mind. And then Anushka Sharma, the same film, is a girl who is in Kashmir or who's in a small town and in a whole military setup, and she's a National Geographic reporter. So she would dress up like, you know what I mean? So I think what the script and the character is, and geographically, if I got that word right, where the character is also plays an evident part in their dressing.
Lovely. Manish, quickly name your 5 films out of all the films you've done that are close to you, or maybe 3 films. I would say
Rangila for sure, because
wow.
Rangila is a film where I think somewhere changed the way designing is in Hindi films. It got slightly more modern. It also introduced the word styling to movies. It also got me the first Filmfare Award ever given to a costume designer.
Honestly, I never knew you did Rangilas, because I love Rangila as a film, and I was waiting for Amila to speak to her about that actually. But I didn't know that you did amazing stuff.
I think what's quite so amazing about life is that it's been a focal point in my career. It's something that made my career or started my career. And here is a young generation who doesn't know that. So I think it's so important for me or for anybody, a technician or an actor, if they love something, to keep doing some work so that the generation next also knows of you and likes what you do.
What's up for future?
There are lots of plans for the future. To be a lot more often in London with my work. We want to do a setup in Dubai. I already have my clothes there, so I want to start my own store. Once again, actually, I had a store earlier, and then we changed it around, and now we want to do that. I'm opening a beautiful vintage store in Delhi. So there's a lot going on, yeah.
I would love to come and see that vintage store in Delhi. And TVapex wishes you all the best with your career and ambitions. And thank you for your patience and giving us so much time, more than anyone else.
Thank you so much.